This is something that I have struggled with for a long time and only recently got under control probably about a year and a half ago to a year ago. And it's really, like the whole point of this video, right, as you guys saw from the title, is regaining focus, okay? And what nobody will tell you is that you're not stupid, you're not lazy, you're not any of these things, all right? You have a dream and you're trying to chase it, whether that be in the gym, in business, even in your career, with your family, whatever the case may be, right? You have that and you want to achieve it, but for some reason, no matter what you do, it just doesn't seem to get done. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. Because a lot of you guys would love to blame it on like, oh, I'm just lazy. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh, I have bad time management. Oh, this. Oh, that. None of that is the actual problem, all right? Because you're still dopamine addicted. I used to think that it was bad time management, and I would use AI mixed with ClickUp and all these other online softwares, along with having a whiteboard checklist on my freaking wall to do tasks, thinking that that was going to help. But it didn't, because every time I would go to do these tasks and I'd get a message on my phone, number one, I'd check it right away. Number two, I would end up scrolling after, because our brain gets programmed to, when we open our phone, we do the same loop over and over and over again, whether that's checking your messages or whatever the case may be. Your brain gets programmed. So what do we need to do to regain our focus and to actually be able to achieve these goals in the time frame that we set out to do that, whether that's 3 months, 6 months, a year, whether you're going to try to run a marathon in a month, whatever the case may be. If you want to get closer to your goals, it's not a matter of adding more stuff in, adding more organization, adding more, like I just said, with the whiteboards, with ClickUp, with all these task trackers. It's not about constantly adding in more habits that you're going to follow that will maybe help you be more disciplined, because discipline isn't the issue. It's your dopamine addiction. So that is obviously what we're going to go ahead and talk about, guys. And a lot of people will tell you this in a lot of different ways, but if you want to do it properly, you need to do it full circle. All right. A lot of people will tell you like, oh, just stop scrolling, just stop doing this, just stop doing that. No. Let's eliminate all of the mindless dopamine you get throughout your day or throughout your week. Let's eliminate that as much as humanly possible and allow you to get actual dopamine from achieving tasks in real life. Because like I'm sure you guys have heard before, there's plenty of examples out there about like video games, you know. You level up your character in the video game, it gives you a dopamine hit. But did you actually level up in real life? No, you're still behind. And you waste 4 hours a day playing that video game to level up or to complete this mission or to do this thing. Yet all the missions and leveling up in your life has gone to the side. So it's a very similar hack that we're going to do. And we're almost going to hack you to make you become a video game. I know, that sounds kind of crazy. That sounds kind of corny at the same time. But that's quite literally what this video is about. And that's exactly what I want to do. So all I'm going to do for the next 10 minutes is I'm going to go through all the things you don't need to do and why you don't need to do them, right? I'm going to show you some of the structural things like the whiteboard and all of that stuff that you can use to help maintain focus, right? Because that's not going to fix the root problem, as I said. I did it. It never fixed the root problem, okay? The root problem was the dopamine. But the whiteboards, the ClickUp, the AI that will send you notifications when you're past due on certain things, that will help, and it will help you manage your task. It's not going to help you manage your time. It's not going to help you fix your dopamine addiction, but it is going to help you manage your task so that you can, when you regain focus from doing this dopamine detox, you will be laser focused and you will be checking off task time and time again. And what is that going to do? That's going to replace the artificial dopamine you get from all of the things I'm about to list now with real dopamine from completing real tasks in your real life. And you can use your ClickUp, your whiteboard to track all aspects of life. Whether that comes down to reading a book, comes down to going to the gym, comes down to going for a run, comes down to spending 10 minutes by yourself with no devices, which I suggest most of you do anyways. A lot of people nowadays like to call it meditation and think that they're meditating. But most of the time they're not. They're just sitting there and observing their thoughts, which is a little bit of what meditation is. It's just everybody nowadays thinks it's like this Om type thing. It's really not. It's just managing your thoughts and being able to tell which ones you need to actually have and getting rid of all the bullshit ones that do not help you get 1% better in any aspect of your life. So I wrote down a bunch of things here on the fancy phone and we're going to get into it. So like I said, once you realize that you're not lazy, stupid, or any of these things, then you will understand how to progress in life. And like I said, it's not that you're freaking lazy. It's not that you're undisciplined. It's none of these things. It's that you literally cannot focus to get these tasks done if you try. Okay? Most of us are disciplined. Most of us are all of these things. But we can't focus enough to get it done, right? So let's get in there and let's go through it. And I might repeat a couple things, but I wrote down as many things as humanly possible, and there's quite a few. So let's get into it. First things first, this one should be pretty obvious to all of you guys, which is scrolling. No aimless scrolling. On TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, don't care, don't do it. I would highly suggest stop watching YouTube videos as well. Stop watching all types of videos, whether that's like coursework if you're trying to be a business owner, whatever the case may be. Like, do not watch any of it. It gives you little dopamine hits, but have you started your business? No. Have you moved any step closer to whatever it is? Probably not. You're just watching these videos to waste time. And it's giving you secret little dopamine hits when you finish a video and when you learn a cool thing in a video, because you are somewhat achieving something, but you didn't actually put it into practice and you haven't made any of it work. Now, the other side of that with short form content is that it literally just sucks you in. I'm sure we've all been stuck in that hole that you can't get out of, where you're just watching content for like an hour and every single video is hitting. You're barely like scrolling really. It's just like, this video's fire, next video, fire, next video, fire, next video. You know, that happens. That happens to all of us. There's good videos. We can get trapped sometimes. It's all right, but we need to eliminate it for this dopamine detox that I'm gonna have you guys do. And before I go any further, really, if you are not willing to commit to a dopamine detox for more than 2 to 4 weeks, don't do it. Because a lot of people will tell you certain time frames, right? They'll tell you like 3 days, 24 hours, 48 hours, a week. That's all cool, right? But what you actually have to do is not only get rid of this addiction you currently have, that your brain has to getting this cheap dopamine, but you also have to be able to replace it with new habits. And you physically cannot do that in 7 days, 48 hours, whatever the case may be. It's not possible. So if you're gonna do this, you need to be willing to stick to it for at least 2 weeks. And as soon as you replace and get rid of all of this stuff, you need to then bring in all of the good stuff. All right, but let's keep going. No video games. I'm pretty sure this is pretty obvious. You're leveling up in a video game. You're not leveling up in real life. That is why video games are so good. Whether you're playing FIFA Ultimate Team, whether you're playing Call of Duty, whether you're playing some RPG game, whether you're playing freaking Minecraft, Roblox, doesn't matter. You are getting dopamine hits every time you unlock a new thing. You get that stone pickaxe in Minecraft that you just started a survival world. You get a new attachment for your gun in Call of Duty. I forget what other games I freaking said. Oh, Ultimate Team, you get a new player. He's fire. All of these things give you dopamine hits that don't mean anything in real life. And that is what we need to move away from. Next is music. A lot of you guys are probably going to hear this one and be like, Blake, what the hell? Music? I listen to music all the time. It's just there. It's whatever. Well, music has this funny way of making you happy, okay? And I'm not going to go into the science of all of this in this video on how dopamine works and all these chemicals in your brain work to actually hijack your productivity. But I'm just going to go ahead and say that if you're listening to music while you drive home from work or to work or anytime you drive anywhere, just cut that out. That's very simple. The next thing I want you to cut out is while you're working. Cut that out. Now, if you're at a restaurant and they're listening to music, what the hell are you going to do about that, right? Nothing. If you're at an event and they're listening to music, who cares? If you're like 4th of July just passed, if you went somewhere for 4th of July and they're playing music, who cares, right? Can't escape that. But when you're by yourself, when you're in the car, when you're working, when you're in your room, a lot of people tend to have background music on. We need to get rid of that. And to go along with music, another 2 things that I'm going to say that most people use as well, YouTube. Put YouTube on in the background while you're working. Stop it. Okay? Podcast as well. Stop it. What we need to do is make you feel bored. You need to be bored. Okay? A lot of people do not understand this, but you literally need to be bored. So let's make you bored. Let's take away all these things in your life and make you actually bored, right? Be bored. Start thinking about how you're going to get successful. Start thinking about how you're going to plan to achieve X goals, all right? Gain back control over your mind, because most of us right now, we walk through life day to day. And a lot of you guys probably couldn't even freestyle a YouTube video like I'm doing right now. You need a script. or you would go insanely off topic all the time. And as you've noticed, I still go off topic sometimes, all right? And I do this dopamine detox every 3 months. And I still go off topic sometimes. And I still get distracted sometimes. And I'll still have thoughts come into my head like, oh, I need to do this for this client. Oh, this needs to happen. Oh, I just finished the gym. It was a great workout. After this, I'm going to wobble, right? Like things like that happen. But we need to eliminate them as much as possible and start to train our mind to get rid of these mindless thoughts. Because they don't matter and they do not help us achieve anything. No different than stuff going on with the news. No different than stuff you see on social media. Like, oh, that dog was cute. That shouldn't have ever went through your head, bro. It's a distraction. You were doing something. You saw a cute dog. Now you're fucking watching TikTok again. That is the trap you continue to go around in. Now, when you're using podcast and all of these things as background noise, you tend to slowly, as you get unfocused in your work, you get focused in what they're saying in the podcast. And then you go through this endless cycle of work podcast, or work YouTube, or work music. And I used to find myself doing this. I've done all 3 of these, by the way. I've done every single thing, obviously, pretty much for the most part, that we're going to talk about in this video. And when you listen to music, you'll find yourself working for 30 minutes and then you're singing a song. Or podcast, working, hear a good part of a podcast, tune into the podcast for 5 minutes, tune back out, start working again. What if you were focused that whole time? Right? Because what a lot of you guys need to understand right now is an hour of focused work, and I'm sure you've heard this before, but an hour of focused work beats 4 hours of these endless cycles. Because it's insane to me, once I've started doing this, how much work I can get done in such a little amount of time and have free time the rest of my day. Or have X to do the rest of my day. Or spend it doing a new thing. Like yesterday, I went and played pickleball with my dad, because I was like, whatever, you know. Still did everything I had to do that day, and then some of the tasks that I had to do today as well. And how long did it take me? 3 hours. And I had a boatload of shit to do. I had to film videos, plan this video, plan other videos, all this other shit, right? All of it's done. Not to mention I'm relaunching 3 client fucking things right now, all this other crazy stuff that I have. All of it was done in 3 hours. And you guys, for some reason, can't do that in a day. And it's because of this. So let's keep going. We went through no music. Next is pretty obvious. Just don't watch TV or movies. Like, why does anybody do that still anyways? Stop it. Next is a pretty cool thing that not a lot of people think about, which is vaping and cigarettes. Okay? Honestly, any type of nicotine, you want to bring down your nicotine and caffeine intake during a dopamine detox. Because believe it or not, it does release dopamine into your brain every time you hit that vape, hit that cigarette, hit that fucking joint, whatever the case may be, right? It does trigger something in your brain. Now, same with caffeine. Okay? Caffeine makes you freaking happier, it makes you more energetic. Why? Well, same exact chemical, dopamine. So, we need to eliminate these things. Yes, some people can't run off of caffeine, so take it down to 1 energy drink or 1 cup of coffee or whatever a day. Have a Zyn a day. Have 1 cigarette a day. Only have your vape on you at a certain period of time. Okay? Or if I were you, get rid of those habits entirely. Like Zyn. I feel like that's valid. Zyn. I don't care how much hate I get for saying that, but just Zyn and take like 2 6 milligrams a day and you'll shut the hell up and you'll stop doing all that other stuff, okay? Next is no fap. That's pretty obvious. That gives you immediate dopamine hit. It releases so many chemicals in your brain, and like majority of these things here, you get addicted to them for a reason. So stop doing them. Now to continue. This is something that not a lot of people think about either. These next 2 things are the last 2 things that I have to talk about, and things that you don't need to do. Right. First thing, casual texting and checking messages every 5 minutes. I used to be able to get rid of all the rest of the stuff, right? To get rid of all use of social media. I never really watched TV or movies anyway. Oh, sorry guys. It's like midnight. Xbox I play from time to time when I have free time. I'm not really like an Xbox before work kind of guy, so I won't really ever do that. I'll complete all my tasks first. But this one's a huge one. The texting. Like, when you're checking your phone every 5 minutes, every 2 minutes, every time you look at it, you pick it up, you swipe up or down, you even have it in do not disturb and you're still swiping up to check on what kind of messages you got, that's dopamine. Every single time you get any notification, it's dopamine. So what do I suggest? Turning it off Turn your phone on the grayscale mode. Eliminate notifications from everything that is not important, and just stop. Other thing too, just leave your phone in another room. I don't know why as humans we've gotten to this point where we always have our phone on us 24/7. Like, I'll go outside and work and leave my phone plugged in my bedroom, you know? Do it. Put your phone away, go do the task, come back. I wish I could leave my phone in the car when I went to the gym just now, but I didn't. I still didn't check it too much though. Just had to check a couple things like that. But it's huge. A lot of you guys are checking for this text back from a girl or checking to this text back from a friend or whatever. 24/7. Why? They don't care enough about you. They're not checking their phone for you. They're probably checking it for somebody else if they are checking it. And you're checking it for them. Like, oh, did she text me? Did she do this? Did this happen? No, it didn't. Go back to work. Finish your work first, then check. If it was that important, they would call you. Right? Plain and simple. If it was so important, they would call you and text you and call you again and call you again and call you again, but it's not that important, so you don't have to care. All right? So eliminate that. Stop checking your phone 24/7. Right? Get that out of there. Another thing, eating out of boredom. All right? Eating out of boredom. Okay? Don't do it. And eliminate sugary and processed snacks. You know? A lot of the times, like when I eat clean, and by clean I mean like only whole foods, and most of the time majority of it's organic as well. Like, yeah, you have to eat a lot more food to get your calories in if you're doing any kind of workout thing. You know, that's a given anyways. But it eliminates the want and need for snacking entirely. You do not want to snack it because your stomach does not growl at you and crave food and inflame, which makes you think it's hungry, right? You're never actually hungry. You just want more sugar, you know? So if you find yourself working, like I did this today, I'll be blatantly honest. I was working today and I ate a couple Starbursts. Shit happens, right? I wanted some Starburst, I can't lie, all right? That doesn't mean I ate the whole fucking container, you know? I have a whole container. Like I love Starburst, right? But I'm not gonna sit there and eat a whole bag of Starburst in a week just because I can. I've had that pack for fucking 3 weeks now. I'm not even like 75% done with it, I would say. So just don't binge eat. Don't binge eat ice cream. Don't binge eat anything, all right? Don't binge eat. Don't binge drink anything sugary either. You should not be drinking like Coke after Coke after Coke after Coke. Like drink some water. Drink some electrolytes, bro. Damn. Or binge drinking caffeine. Like just don't do it. You don't need it. And it hijacks the living shit out of your brain and doesn't allow you to focus on anything. Now, some other things that I love to do to help you regain focus. And to some of you, you might not have to do these things. That's fine. But for those of you that want to try it, I'm going to say it anyways. Go do push-ups. Turn your phone off, turn everything off, and just don't do anything for 10 minutes. Like I was saying earlier. Like, so many of us start to think about all these different things. Boom, just turn your brain off, bro. Don't let it affect you, bro. Because you scroll and you see all these things, and now you're thinking about like conspiracy theories, whatever other brain rot shit you see on Instagram, whatever dog shit, relationship shit, whatever. You think about all that. Turn it off. Turn your phone off, right? Throw it the fuck over there, and don't let it bother you. Push-ups is a good one. Any type of physical activity is a great one. I like that to help me regain focus. To be honest, I hop on calls with people for work, like. Whether I have a reason to call them or not, I'll just call them and check in on them. And it'll get my brain focused on working again, and then I'll go back to work. That's another one that I do quite often. I don't know how that would apply to some of you guys in certain situations, but it works. Another thing too, this is a great one actually. I'm gonna show you guys this as well. So we all have screen time on our phones, that's perfect, right? But there's another app that I'm gonna show you guys here called Screen Zen, and I don't know what it's gonna pull up. It doesn't actually pull up the name at all, which is stupid. But I'll show you guys the logo. That's the logo. I don't know if you can see it down there, right here. All right, it's called Screen Zen, okay? This will allow you to block apps on your phone for a period of time, and you have to go back into the app and unblock it. Right? Some of us might do that though. So you pair that with the obvious screen time on your phone, and with my new favorite app called Reload, which looks like this. It's another productivity app. Some of the things it sends you are corny as hell, but It works. That one you tap and it turns on like a timer pretty much and shows you how long you've been focused for. So if I were to click it right now, it would shut off all of my social media and all that. It's on right now actually. So if you can see that, there's a timer there that says 31 minutes. It's about to be 32 minutes, okay? That timer, it's on. And if I want to lock out, I click this and then lock out, right? But it reminds you, it's like all of your progress will be lost, blah, blah, blah. And then on top of that, if I went to try to click into Instagram right now, I don't know which notification it's going to give me because I have so many apps active right now. So it gives me the Screen Zen one, which is you have a lot of shit to do. Is it done? I made that custom one. But these little apps do help. And then finally into some of the habits that you can replace. Some of the stuff that you can do immediately that will help you regain focus is number one, get rid of all the shit I told you. You don't need to add new shit in. This is if you're like sure you're going to be able to complete this. Add these kind of things in. Number one, physical activity in your day. Number two, change up your diet somewhat. Number three, add structure to your day and plan your day the night before. That works very well. Journaling works very well. A lot of people will hate on that. Works very well. The 10 minutes time to yourself works very well. Whiteboard works very well. ClickUp and task tracking apps like Monday, I believe there's a couple other ones out there. I only use ClickUp. I love ClickUp. That's my go-to. ClickUp, use it. What else? And by the way, guys, like obviously my account's small. I have no affiliation with any of these things. I'm just plugging you with them because they actually work and they help me every day. There's another thing out there that I have yet to buy called Brick. Now, if you are very, very addicted to your phone and very, very addicted to everything, and you've tried some of this stuff and it doesn't work, go online. It's about $50. It's called Brick. You tap it on your phone here if you have MagSafe option, which I would assume most of you guys do, like wireless charging on your phone pretty much. And you download the Brick app and you get this little brick thing, right? And you literally tap it on your phone. It shuts your whole phone down, and you can take that brick and go give it to your wife, or go buy a time lock safe and put it in a time lock safe for 2 hours. And you will not be able to use anything on your phone that you select, right? So obviously select fucking everything that is not necessarily for work and contact with friends and family and things like that, right? So I wouldn't block messages. A couple other things you can do. You can hide messages from certain people at certain times with these focus modes and all of this other stuff. I use it quite often. So I have work modes where only my clients can text me and things like that. And that's just it. I'm always in D&D other than that. And keep your phone on silent. That's all I got for you guys. Like, it's very, very simple, and none of these things are all that hard necessarily to do. But once you do them and once you regain your focus back. And final thing that I call the 2-second rule. A couple people call it a bunch of different things. I've heard it said differently online, you know. But that is right now. Let's say I need to go turn off the light. Let's say the light switch is over there. It's actually right here next to me, so I can hit it with my hand like that. But let's say it's over there. Instead of being like, oh, I gotta walk over there. Oh, I'm not gonna go turn the light on. Oh, I'm not gonna do whatever. Literally, I'm gonna turn the light off. 1, 2, go turn the light off. Don't give yourself a brain, because humans by nature are inevitably lazy. And I say this all the time to my clients and everybody else because it has to do with the way we sell, okay? But humans are lazy. That means that your brain will give you every reason not to do this task that you know you need to do. Dopamine detox is going to help. But at the end of the day, it comes down to you getting your lazy ass up and doing it, right? Fix your brain to crave actual dopamine, right? And then in the meantime, while you're going through this 2-week, month-long period, everything you have to do it. Don't give yourself a chance to con yourself out of it. I just hit legs. I fucking hate legs, number one. I've started this new workout split. It's my second time hitting legs on this new workout split. I hate legs, don't want to hit legs. But you know what I did? I didn't even think about it. I just said, yep, after I finish this webinar, stuff that I was doing with one of my clients, I'm going immediately straight to the gym. And that is exactly what I did. And I walked into the gym. I was on the phone with a client, and we talked for a second. And then, boom, hung up. I was like, no phone, no nothing. I'm doing all of my work. I might check it every once in a while to see if something important happened or someone important texted me, but I'm not going to sit there on my phone in between sets. I'm not going to do any of that, right? Because for me, for some of you guys in online business as well, it is kind of hard to take time away from your phone that much. Like, as people will tell you, like, you need a lot of screen time, right? But too much screen time on the wrong things is not beneficial. I have a lot of screen time in messages. I have a lot of screen time in Google Drive. I have a lot of screen time in certain other things that I use. Discord, Slack, Notion, ClickUp, obviously, things like that. I have a lot of time in there, okay, because I manage people and stuff like that. It's got to get done, right? But that's pretty much it for today's video. I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys like a no bullshit, no filter way to actually fix your brain and be able to get this shit done. So for those of you guys who are trying to achieve something right now, go ahead and drop what your goal is in the comments. And then also, while you do that, go follow me on IG and hit me up, because I might not be able to help. I might not be specialized in what you're doing. You know, I might not be specialized in running a marathon. But I promise you that, number one, if you don't text me or whatever the case may be and tell me how you're doing and all this stuff, because I genuinely care. Like, I want to hear how you're doing. I want to see if I can help you. I want to see if you're going to post the fact that you're going to the gym every day on your story and you miss a day, I want to be able to text you and be like, bro, what are you doing? You know, that takes zero time out of my day to push you to be a little bit better. And I expect you guys to do the same to me. So go ahead, comment what your goals are in the comments, whether that be business related, fitness related, really don't care. Comment it. I want to hear it. I want to encourage you on. I want to get you to where you want to be. And for those of you who haven't yet, please subscribe. I drop videos like this every week. I also drop a lot of informational videos on business and client acquisition for online coaches and info sellers, gurus, whatever you want to call them, right? I do a lot of that stuff. I do everything for that. So fulfillment, literally everything. I run info businesses, have been for about 2 years now, almost a year and a half, 2 years, whatever. And then, yeah, just subscribe, follow me on IG, and drop your stuff in the comments. Let's get it. I'd love to hear about your guys' progress and hope you got a lot of value from this video. Peace.